I think on paper, this is like the first ever dedicated wireless streaming microphone. This video is sponsored by Maono, but don't think just because they sponsored me, I'm gonna glaze the microphone the whole time. But I do have a lot of companies reaching out to me, trying to get me to review their USB budget RGB microphone for streamers. I always say no because it's just another cheap budget crappy RGB microphone. This one, they kind of sold me on it. Like I said, it's the first ever wireless streaming microphone. No freaking wires, like what? And it doesn't look tacky and cheap like the other ones I always get asked to review. This one straight up looks like a real microphone that you're not gonna be embarrassed to put in your streaming setup, and you can mount it all cool and fancy and be like, hello, hello, and be like a real radio star or whatever. So this is the Maono PD100w microphone. It's about 60 bucks on their website. Opening this up, it looks like a standard microphone, standard USB. You get a long ass cable if you want to use it wired. The star of the show is this wireless receiver. This is what powers the whole system. I agreed to do a video on this thinking that it was just a streaming microphone for PC. I had no idea it was gonna work wirelessly on mobile. We'll do a test on that in a bit. But first off, let me tell you some of the features of the microphone. You could download the Maono Link app on desktop. This lets you mess with the RGB of the mic, the EQ of the microphone, but you can also directly record your voice in the app. I just set it to static green because I'm boring, but I know most people like that rainbow RGB effect. This is not a terrible mic either. It's 2.4 gigahertz wireless connections. It also has 82 decibel SNR, which means it's gonna sound pretty high quality if you're streaming or recording with this. And I don't know, if this sounds good to you, then yeah, that pretty much explains it, the audio quality. Another thing which is kind of cool that I didn't know about until I opened the mic is that since you can use it wirelessly and wired, you can do both simultaneously. So say I want to stream on the PC from OBS on Twitch, I can have this wired connected to my PC and streaming on Twitch using the microphone. But then if I want to also be at the same time streaming from my phone on TikTok, I can wirelessly connect this to my phone and have both at the same time. So dual audio, which is kind of cool. Taking a look at the mic, you have all the standard modern features. You have the touch to mute. You have this adjustable knob to adjust the gain of the mic and also the headphone output. The bottom has the headphone jack to listen to yourself, USB-C connection to charge it, and to use it wired if you want to. You have a power button, which also controls RGB with just a tap. And also you have this AI button. Before you hate, everyone hates AI right away. They hear AI and they get like the ick or something. This is an AI noise isolation effect, which actually sounds pretty good. I tested it myself. So it uses a 7-layer noise reduction and it's built directly into the microphone. So if you're using this on your phone, no software needed. You just have the AI isolation already. All right, now that I went over all the features, let's actually test it out in some real use cases. So first off, I'm gonna hop over to my computer streaming setup and see what it's like for a stream. So now I'm in my full-on streaming setup with the wireless receiver plugged straight into my PC. Look at this. Normally as a streaming setup, you're confined to your mic just being hung like this on a boom arm and you kind of just gotta bring it closer to you. Look at this. Fully wireless setup. I can go all the way back over here and, you know, if I'm doing reaction content, be like, yo chat, yo. Or I could be sitting on my bed and like, yo, let's play games, and I'm like all the way over here and you can still hear me fine, high quality. I don't gotta worry about the cable running all the way to my computer and reaching. I could just be all the way over here. I could leave, you know. This is hella cool. What the heck? Not only can you use this wirelessly on your PC, which is already hella cool, you can also use it in the car and have your own in-the-car podcast wirelessly. There's no wires attached. All I have is the dongle plugged into my phone, and boom, mobile podcast studio. Look at that. That's crazy. Now we have a situation where I have my head out the window and you can hear all the wind and the cars and everything. And now I turned on AI voice filtering and built into the microphone. And we have all this wind and cars, all kinds of noise. Can you still hear it or not? So yeah, I don't know if the audio in the car got botched. I haven't listened to it yet. Hopefully it sounded good. I might have put it a little too loud, but you can definitely adjust it on the fly. But yeah, this mic is actually pretty cool. Like, I straight up wanted to just test it for a TikTok because they wanted to send it to me. After testing it for a while, I low-key am gonna add this to my arsenal for when I go to like conventions or something and I want like a cool tabletop setup, or anyone that wants to just do like a podcast or any show. I don't know, any type of TikTok. You just set this down on a table, it immediately looks professional, and boom, wireless setup with your phone. But I'm legit really happy with this microphone. Thank you so much to the people at Maono for sending this over. I'll leave a link down below to their official website if you want to check it out and all the features. They also have an Amazon listing, so you can order it directly on Amazon. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Maono for sponsoring this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.